Today we're doing something different. Now I'm excited because there are crocodiles in the area, but today we're at Fairchild Gardens down in Miami, Florida. I want to be inspired. I want to find some of the cool plants so we can deck out some of the enclosures in the camp, okay? And we're here with my beautiful wife. It's a day out for us. I'm pretty excited.
Nice daycation.
It's a daycation, man. So come on, let's go. I'm excited. I love plants. Let's see what we can do for Kamp Kenan. We are in a beautiful rainforest exhibit, which is making Kate unhappy because why?
Because my hair's gonna get all
It's gonna get frizzy. Look at this.
frizzy.
Beautiful orchids here. Look at these orchids. And they're called epiphytes. Plants that grow on other plants here are epiphytes. So Fairchild Gardens is one of the world's most premier botanical gardens. They have over 30,000 plants and over 4,100 different species, and they specialize in palms and cycads. They have some of the largest collection. Here's a cycad over here. This is incredible stuff. I mean, what do you guys think? Hun, what about turning this place, turning Kamp Kenan into something like this?
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at your hair.
Is it hard?
Look at that. This is my buddy Arson. We're gonna see a lot of each other. What's up, dude? You're gonna be on the video, man. So it's funny, man. So I figured you guys would dig this. Guess this, I believe, is this the Thai? Is this, oh man, I gotta talk to my buddy Tom Holt because I think this is one of the Thai elephant palms that he had given me. And this one is just starting to grow. They like the shade. They're in this jungle. I'm so excited.
We do have to get some of these misters for the house,
yes,
hon. This
absolutely.
is incredible.
Right, isn't that cool? Again, more, you know, you got some type of creeping vine. You've got all these epiphytes. It's a very humid area. I love their water features. You know who needs to come here, right?
I know.
Who?
The pond guy.
Yeah, and the pond professor. That would be awesome. So it's just really inspiring. Now, the way I see it is I want to create situations at Kamp Kenan like this. And oh, by the way, here is a redfoot tortoise or maybe yellowfoot tortoise walking around in this area. The only problem is that the tortoises wind up eating the plants.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is actually a problem for them as well, because there's a ton of iguanas on the premises, and they actually have people come in and get rid of the iguanas so that the iguanas don't eat some of the rare plants. And certain plants that really stand out to me, I'm gonna take a photo of and talk to all my plant friends because I don't know that much about plants. But we are on a mission today. What's the mission, hon?
The mission is to find the largest plant seed in the world.
Right. What do you got? Isn't that beautiful?
That's cool.
That is gorgeous. Oh, look at the size. Is that a tree fern? Look at the size of that fern.
Beautiful.
That's incredible. That is a fern, and we are in, you know, an amazing rainforest exhibit. But we're right here in Miami, and even rolling in, right, hun? Wasn't it so cool seeing
the neighborhood's great. The trees are all built up.
It's kind of an older area where we're in, so the plants are very mature. You can see, look at this fern. Look at this on top of this waterfall. This reminds me of being in Costa Rica or Hawaii, someplace in Southeast Asia. And it's really giving me tons of ideas, babe. I'm gonna go nuts. I'm going nuts. You should know that.
I know, but what about my hair? How's that?
Oh, it looks awesome.
Is it just like
It's
growing
flat.
by the second? It's
Look at
flat?
it.
All
Flat.
right. Well, okay.
Worried about her hair. I'm psyched. All right, let's continue to walk around and get inspired. And yes, we're gonna find the Coco del Mar. Beautiful. Definitely getting some ideas. Again, it takes a while for things to grow like this. This place has been around for a very long time, but again, the water features, incredible. Water features, it's just, the plants are amazing. But for me, I just love having animals living in it. You know, we've seen some little animals walking around. We've seen
fish in the pond.
Yeah. But you know, we can create with these misters this effect at our house. You can literally go to Home Depot and buy fine misters like this and just have them come on during different times of the day. Perhaps I can do something like this for the croc monitors. If we can get some more plants in their enclosure with that new enclosure we want to build, then that would be amazing. Create the misters, have the croc monitors living in these really cool habitats. Again, that's something that's going to happen. It actually feels really nice too. It does drop the temperature fairly quickly. All right, well, let's continue our little search for the Coco del Mar. African cichlids. Look at that. There's another one. There's crabs down there? Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in there. It's cool when they put some animals in there as well. Really cool to see that there are actually pink belly side neck turtles here. These are Australian turtles, and we have them at the camp. What a cool habitat. And they're clearly very acclimated to people because it's just kind of hanging out there. Kate, good eye, Kate. I like turtles too. Look at this fern. Look at the size of that fern. Wow. That's just incredible. And I believe that's a tree fern as well, right there. I mean, I don't know, this is something that is really giving me a lot of ideas, you know, because we already have the beautiful water features. We just need a little bit more in the way of plants to fill it in.
What about these cool plants that are just like popping off the wall?
Yeah, those are more epiphytes. I don't know, but I've seen those before. We're gonna have to have some of you guys out there do some detective work. If you guys know what the name of the plants are, let me know, okay? In the comments with a timestamp. The size of that palm. And then there's a cycad right there. These are cycads because you can tell by the cones. But look at this palm.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh.
So they had to open the screen for that.
Yeah, it's busting through the screen. Can you imagine having this as an enclosure? It's just, what would you put in it? Let me know in the comments below. What reptiles would live in an enclosure like this? I know monitors, croc monitors, tree monitors, poison arrow frogs, all kinds of cool stuff. We already saw some cool turtles. That's awesome. Okay, so this is Phalaensis, okay? It's Copernicia Phalaensis. I'm mangling the actual pronunciation. But we have a little guy in our yard named Raoul. That is what Raoul will one day be. Look at the beautiful fans on those palm fronds. And basically, that is a species from Cuba. Really, really cool to see a mature.
That's why we call him Raúl.
Raúl.
Raúl de Cuba.
Sí. And they have some of the largest collection of rare palms and cycads in the world here. It's amazing. Gorgeous. We can't walk on the sod though.
No.
Look at the size of that. I like it. This is the sunken garden. Look at this little grotto. And all these rare cycads. These are all rare cycads. I think Slinky would like it in here. So this is their Madagascar plant exhibit. This is so incredible. This is very inspiring. We got Pachypodium right over here. Okay, we got little curly tail lizards running around. But what's interesting about this is if you just added a little bit of a wall, it is a tortoise enclosure dream. And this would look good in the front yard, I think. So, what do you think?
Oh, totally.
You know, I think this would look amazing.
It's cool rocks.
Some big rocks, some of these spiny plants and succulents. These are all native and endemic to the island of Madagascar. So Madagascar, as you know, is a biodiversity hotspot, not only for animals, but for plants as well. Very, very beautiful. My gosh, look at this whole thing. They just need radiated tortoises. What is that? Oh God, it's so
Spiny. This is called the spiny forest of Madagascar.
That's what it is. There is a lot of spiny plants here. It comes from the southern part of the island is a little bit more dry, so that's what it's all about. Dry succulents. These are mature Pachypodiums. Look at this. That is a cool, some really interesting plants. All right, we got to find that giant coconut.
Nobody seems to know what we're talking about.
I know. I think
I really hope we can find it.
yeah, it's starting to sound a little grim.
Yeah.
But
if
yeah,
it's here,
we will find it.
we will.
All right. Okay, people, I had to stop and show you this palm tree. I don't know the name of it. Someone will know. Thomas Holt will know. But look at this. Look at the size of the frond that we are in. Is that insane? It's huge. It's massive. Look at the size of these fronds on this palm. Is that gorgeous? I mean, I would love to know the name of this plant. That is incredible. Holy smokes. That is something else. My buddy Ron Roswell would know. He's got one hell of a jungle in his backyard. This is cool though. Huh. Oh, we got some iguanas here, guys. Look at the size of these iggies. We got some mangroves, we got some iguanas walking around. They're hitting up the trees. Oh no. We have a, that is so cool. Look at them. Look at these guys. Big iguanas. Holy smokes, they're all in the trees up here. Wild. So as you can imagine, for a botanical garden, the iguanas are a big problem. So they have people come in and they cull them, sadly, because they are eating all the rare plants. That's not something that a botanical garden is going to be too excited about. But you can kind of hear the rummaging through. Still kind of cool, in my opinion, to see iguanas out here. All right. Well, we're in the coconut palm collection, and I think we might have, I think we screwed up, people. I think I got bad information.
I think maybe our intel was not too good.
We're not going to see the Coco de la Mer.
Yeah, however, I don't know. Coco la Mer, Coco del Mar. I don't know the name of it.
I'm kind of bummed. But the Fairchild Gardens are gorgeous, and I did get some really great inspiration in the Rainforest area and in the Madagascar spiny forest. So let's go home and kind of show you what I'm thinking is going to happen to the camp because of this awesome trip. This is the kind of thing you guys need to do when you're building your habitats, whether they're large or small. Here we go. Okay, wait, come here. Okay, so we're back from our little field trip, but I may have had a breakthrough in a totally unrelated thing. I cannot roll my R's. Roll your R's.
Yes, you can.
Do it.
Perro.
Pedro, Pedro, Pedro. Am I doing it?
You're kind of saying Pedro.
All right, so I was just listening to the Red Hot Chili Peppers album, Blood Sugar Sex Magic. Give it away, give it away, give it away now, right? Is my tongue doing it when I do that?
Yes.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Pedro, Pedro. I can't do it.
Perro. You have to
Pedro. Anyway,
push it through.
I have to push it through. I got to practice. I did it. I was able to do it. I've been trying since forever. to roll my R's, but it's not happening. Okay, so we went on our field trip. We're back at the camp. I wanted to show you guys some ideas. I just love how there's a natural slope here. It's high and dry. Can you imagine that whole Madagascar spiny forest situation here? Because I just think that would look amazing. We already have encephalitis, which unfortunately our radiated tortoises have gone to town on. So I'm probably going to transplant this, but I have a lot of other things happening. We'll probably pull these and move them somewhere else, and then maybe rake up all this wood chip and then use it elsewhere. But I just think this would be a really cool succulent area with pachypodiums and the if that's even how you say it, I'm probably mangling the words here, but some of those beautiful trees, a baobab tree, just a really cool mixture. We do have the agave, which is from a whole nother continent, I believe Mexico. I could be wrong about that, but I just think it would look really cool to turn this into that spiny forest. I love to create habitats. Look at this, it's starting to rain, and the radiated tortoise stand up real nice and tall when they feel the rain. They love the way the rain feels on their shell. Now, why are they standing up tall like this? This is really interesting behavior. Whenever they start to feel rain, they get real tall and they just kind of stand like a statue. I think what happens is the rain, if it collects, it starts running off the shell. They stick their head out and dip it down, and water goes along their necks, and they're able to pull it in through their mouths, because of course the porous sandy soil where they're from just absorbs the rain. So they're trying to get moisture any way possible and as quickly as possible. So it's an interesting behavior to see how once they feel raindrops on them, they kind of go into this state, standing up real tall. If you guys have any theories as to why they do that, let me know in the comments below. I think it's really, really cool. But these radiata, these radiated tortoises, are just, it's an awesome habitat. You know, we've got the aquascape ecosystem. You know, we can do some kind of Madagascar palms, and I think it would fill this in nicely. I think it would look really, really cool. So that's just one of the reasons I wanted to go down to the gardens, because it inspires you. Some of those habitats we saw actually look like they could be cool enclosures for some of our tortoises and some of our lizards. And that's really the mission I'm on, is to try and develop out the camp to make it the ultimate reptile backyard. And so far so good. Here, look at this. This one's standing up too. This is a behavior I see with the radiators. It's very interesting to me. There's got to be a reason. And in all my years keeping tortoises, I really just don't know. I might have missed something. So if there's any other tortoise nerds out there, I'm happy to get some information from you. But I really want to know your thoughts. I think that's really, really cool. Interesting. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. I can't do it. Pedal, pedal, pedal. I can't roll my R's. It's embarrassing being married to a Spanish teacher. All right, here we go. This beauty. Very, very cool. All right, so the next habitat I really loved was the jungle, the rainforest. I think that's just an exceptional, the way they had the misters going, and I think I would do something around Kamp Creek. That was the goal. Kamp Creek, of course, we wanted to kind of make a jungly stream. I loved how there were all those ferns in the rocks of the ponds, and they just grow in there, and it's really, really dense with life, with plant life. And then the animals are going to be able to hide. And so I'm thinking, can you imagine Kamp Creek with some more really beautiful habitat or plants? You know, I love this, but I think ferns need more shade. So that was the reasoning behind, you know, some of these fishtails. This is actually a gumbo limbo. It's a Florida native, but currently it doesn't have a lot of leaves on it. It is getting bigger, which is nice. But again, bromeliads, things like that. We have a cycad here. But to be perfectly honest, I don't know enough about the plants, so I'm hoping that I can get some plant experts to help me out, because we're shading this. It creates more of a jungle. Oh, this is kind of cool. Look at this. Oh, there she is. There's Marge, little schnapper. And then we have our Madagascar big heads that we got recently. They're right there. And then Marge of course, she's gonna bite you guys. She's looking for me. Oh, Marge. And of course, the Uniphilus. Good stuff. All right, Margie cakes. Let's move over here now. But yeah, I'm thinking this could be a really cool rainforest pool. You know, rainforest creek, if you will. Same thing on the other side. Hey, what's up, dude? So, I don't know. Just imagine what we saw kind of creeping in. I think that would be neat. This is the type of fern that I need to plant. I've been slacking. But I did see this type of fern similar to this as an epiphyte growing on other plants. The other place I think would be really cool when we do it, we're waiting on customcages.com. We're getting that new crocodile monitor enclosure. I envision it having a weeping wall, maybe a trickling wall with a lot of mosses and things on it, and then having the croc monitors in there so that they're actually in this real rainforest kind of habitat. And oh, they're both in. These guys are in actually today. Hold on. Everybody's gone in their house. Let's see if we can get them out. Hey, where are you guys? Where are you, Chase? Where's Chase at? Where are you? There he is. Come here, Bob. Get out here. Come on. Come on. Come on out. Ooh, what do I got? See, we're getting to be friends. We're getting to be friends, buddy. Oh, boy. Someone's not happy being kind of boxed in there. Hey, what you doing, buddy? His tongue's flicking. He's curious. He wants to know what's going on. But I want plants, philodendrons growing up here. We've got this kind of, this big monstera. But it's just not doing it. It just needs to be more lush. Now, reptiles are hard on habitats. They climb all over them and so on. But will you take it easy, Wheezy? She's so annoying. He's got a little foam. They cut up some of the foam there. Everything's okay. I'm not hurting you. How cool are these guys, huh? What a beauty. Yeah, you guys are great. They're going to be getting fed soon. We're going to do a feeding video soon. It's going to be awesome. All right. So yeah, just imagine misters, things like that. I can actually get misters on here. That might be a fun project. But I really want the misters when we get some plants. So now that we're into springtime, it's a good time to start planting because it hasn't gotten so hot. So I'm really inspired by what I did today at the Botanical Gardens. So I think I'm gonna reach out to my friend Tom Holt, who told me I need to get up there with a trailer. He said he'd load me up. We saw so many beautiful palms. Let's go over here, especially after that winter. This is starting to come back. You can see all these plants were kind of frozen. They were freezer burned, if you will, and they're just now starting to come back. We got some rain coming in, so I expect these to come back pretty soon. There they are growing at the bottom there. That's good news. But man, it's tough out there. Let's go see our Slinky boy. There he is. Come here, Slinky. Come on, you over here, you maniac. Get over here. More radiated tortoise. Now this habitat's growing in nice, but I've got to be careful because we don't want the plants to get too high because I would be afraid of them poking through and kind of ruining the integrity of the actual ceiling, you know, of the roof. Here's our slow guy. Come here, old man. Come here, old man. Oh, I love you. We, of course, drew blood. We're waiting to hear those results for Slinky to make sure that he doesn't have any kind of kidney issues. And there's really not much we can do with age-related gout. But we know Slinky's getting old, man. Here's our Madagascar big-head turtle. And there's Slinky. Hey, buddy. Hey, my friend. We love you, man. I think this is one of my more fully realized habitats. It's been thinned out a little bit, but we've got some really cool Ficus repens, the growing vine there. We got the Mexican papyrus, we got some crotons, Chinese ladyfinger palms, some ferns that pop up naturally. Again, type of monstera. We got the radiated tortoise, but eventually all the radiated are gonna live in what I'll consider like, you know, mini Madagascar, our mini Madagascar habitat. But I just wanted to pop in here and see this guy because I love him so. But yeah, man, just an awesome day. If you guys have a chance, head on down to Miami and Fairchild Fairchild Botanical Gardens. I think you guys will be stoked. It was cool meeting Arson and his friend. Really cool to meet fans when I'm out there, or fans of the channel, and really psyched, man. So thanks for watching. You guys are awesome. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I do read comments. I do want to see what you guys are saying. We did see, by the way, we saw a bunch of these plants, so I'd love to get more of them. I like how they're in the understory. We can develop all this. And by the way, we do now have Burmese black mountain tortoise, and I did think this would make a cool mountain tortoise habitat. We just got to kind of fix it all up, let those guys get a little bit bigger, and then this will be a really cool spot for those guys to live. So the camp's evolving, we're doing a lot, and you guys are along for the ride. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Don't forget to go to patreon.com/Kamp Kenan for more content and live chat with me every Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern. I'll see you guys later. My mind is racing. So long.